Hello, welcome to Business Administration 465, West Virginia State University. This is spring 2025, courses International Management. I'm Dr. Michael Young, professor here at State, and I'll be the one teaching this course. So glad to have you along. Some of you I've met before, some of you hopefully I'll have a chance to meet during the semester. I mean in person as opposed to just meeting through my online. So, purpose of this video is talk a little bit about what's expected of the course, introduce you a little bit about myself, and talk a little bit about where I'm coming from. So let's get started. So, yeah, whenever you go into my online and you open up our course page, it's going to look something like this. This is what mine looks like. I've never seen a student one, but I guess it looks somewhat the same. You go down here, you see the course information. Yeah, like I said, some of you I've met before. I'm in Cole Complex, 308B on the third floor. Almost the entire business school faculty are on the third floor of Cole Complex now. And economics too. These are my office hours, 9 to 9:30. I teach a class from 9:30 to 10:45 on Monday and Wednesday. And then I have another class from 1 to 2:15, as you can see here. So the best time to catch me is on Monday and Wednesday, either before, between, or after my classes. I'm for sure on campus then, but I'm also on campus on Tuesday and Thursday, sometimes on Friday. So if you set up an appointment, we can meet outside of these times, or we can meet through Google Meets or some other method. Let's talk a little bit about the course. As you go down here, you'll see some different things. We will be using McGraw-Hill Connect, which some of you have used before. So this is a link to takes you into their support site. And here's some other information. If you're interested a little bit about where I came from, it's here. I'll tell you, the interesting thing about me is that I'm from Putnam County, and I graduated from West Virginia State University some while back. Then I did my PhD, and I spent most of my career working as a professor in Hong Kong. I was in Hong Kong for nearly 20 years, 19 years. And I came back, taught at Appalachian State University for a while, and I've been back here at West Virginia State University since 2020. Yeah, so I'm very international. I teach lots of courses on international topics, and so I'm passionate about that. I like this course. These are some policies or whatnot about university. Most of you at this point, this is a 400 level course. You've probably taken courses online, so you kind of know the drill when it comes to discussion. And so this is some information on that. What I want to talk about now is the syllabus. If you click on the course syllabus, you'll see this. This should pop up. PDF of our syllabus. It has some of the same information here. Description of the courses. What can I say? This course covers a very broad range of topics having to do with international. It really should be called international business rather than just international management. So you can read over that. These are the outcomes. The textbook we're using is McGraw-Hill, and the authors are Hill and Halt. The best thing for you to do is to buy this Connect Access card. You need that because there's a chunk of your grades, your SmartBook assignments. 14% of your grade is on these SmartBook assignments. So you have to have the access card to get to the assignments. And you might as well go ahead and get the ebook. I don't know if you still use hard copy textbooks. My feeling is most students these days would prefer to have their textbook in a ebook format rather than a physical textbook. So if you buy this card, and you can get it either at the bookstore or you can buy it at Amazon.com, you can buy it at the McGraw-Hill site, you can buy it anywhere. It doesn't matter where you get it. You just have to have the card, and then it'll give you a number that you'll use to access your McGraw-Hill textbook and your McGraw-Hill assignments. All right. So let's talk about those assignments. 14 assignments. Those are the the chapter reading assignments. Since we don't meet in person, I don't really know how much you know about the material. One thing I can do is give you these assignments where you have to complete them, and they're reading comprehension assignments where you answer as you go along. One for each of the chapters that we're covering. We're covering 14 chapters. Okay? Each of those is worth 10 points, so you need to get that. It's 14% of your grade. It's the difference between an A and a C. So you need to get that. We have 6 graded discussions. I'll talk about the first one today. Each of those are worth 25 points. We don't do a discussion every week. This is not an 8-week course. This is a 16-week course. So we don't need to do a discussion every week. That wouldn't be fair. We do one every other week. And then on those weeks that we're not doing discussions, we do quizzes. Those are worth 20 points each. So the 6 graded discussions are worth 150. 7 quizzes are worth 140. And then we have a midterm and a final exam. Each of those are worth 200. Those will come up later, and I'll talk more about them later. We also have 2 video assignments. The first one is due next week. You need to do an introductory video where you introduce yourself to the class. I like to know who I'm talking to and who I'm chatting with. And so this will be your opportunity to introduce yourself to the class. That's worth 20 points. And then we also have another assignment on Michael Porter's Diamond, which we'll discuss more about that later. It's due later in the semester, which is 150 points. Anyway, altogether, this comes up to 1,000 points possible. So, standard grade scale. 60 to 69 is a D, 70 to 79 is a C, 80 to 89% is a B, 90 to 100 is an A. All right? So, yeah, I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but each of those are explained down through here. As you go down through here, you'll see more of a description of each of those. And if you have any questions, of course, you can always text me. You can go into our discussion board, or you can stop by my office and talk for a while. All right? So the assignments, like I said, this covers a lot of topics. Our first module covers Chapter 1, and it's on globalization. Then we cover differences in political, economic, and legal systems. This is the second module. Third module, differences in economic development. Fourth module, and this is one of my favorites, differences in culture. Again, I've been to many, many countries throughout the world. I have a real passion for all things international. I love to travel internationally, and I take every chance that I can get to travel. Then we cover ethics. We talk about international trade. We talk about government policy. We talk about foreign direct investment, or FDI as it's sometimes called. We talk about regional economic integration, things like the Economic Union and NAFTA and those sorts of things. Then we talk about how foreign exchange rates are determined. We talk about international monetary system, in modules 11 and 12. Then in 13, we start talking about strategies of organizational business. And in the 14th module, we talk about the organization of international business. And then we wrap up with our final exam. Okay? So jumping over to the My Online page, jumping back here, let's talk about the first week. That's next week, beginning Monday. We have several things going on. We have a reading assignment. These are the lecture PowerPoints, okay? Here's some other supplemental resources. For each of our weeks, I have a link to some international music. The first one is Luciano Pavarotti, a famous opera singer, Italian opera. So, and then they're from countries all around the world. So each week I highlight a different music from a different country. But let's get down here and talk about the assignments. Yeah, our first assignment is due next week. We have our SmartBook assignment. That should be ready to go. Now, if you have a problem with that link, send it to me, because it seems like every semester starting off, we have hiccups and something happens, something doesn't work right. So just message me if you have a problem. You need to get your access link from McGraw-Hill, that access code, and then sign up. And then when you go in there, it should be pretty self-explanatory how you get in there and do that. For our discussion, we do have a graded discussion next week. I have some exciting news for you. I have an opportunity for you to study free of charge and actually to get paid to study in Hong Kong. As I mentioned before, I worked for 20 years in Hong Kong. The last university I worked for 11 years at Hong Kong Baptist University. And Hong Kong Baptist University has these full ride scholarships, and they've set these up for the purpose of bringing in people that are non-Chinese. Most of the students there are Chinese, but they're always looking for students from other countries, and especially the United States. So you've got a pretty good chance of getting into this program. And so what I'm asking you to do is look over this material. These are the different programs or majors, you might say. It's a 1-year study program. And then here are some links and some other articles. And then I want you to talk about why you would like to do this or not want to do this. Pretty simple. I want to get a robust discussion going. I'm pretty excited because this year we have 2 students from state going to Hong Kong. One of them is a student. Both of them are graduating in May, by the way, and they're going to start studying in Hong Kong in August. And one of them is studying Masters in Applied Economics. The other one is studying Master in Financial Technology, or sometimes called FinTech. Very exciting opportunity. I have 2 other students that are planning to apply to study next year. One of those will also study in the Masters of Applied Economics, and one of them will study Masters in Human Resource Management, HRM. So really, if you have any interest at all in this, I hope you will come by my office and talk to me about this. Yeah, so that's the first assignment and a little bit of an overview. You can't think of anything else. But if you have any questions, send me an email or stop by my office, and let's hope it's a fun and exciting semester. Talk to you later.